11 days after my mother died, I learned she had been keeping a secret from me for years. Not a small secret, a life-changing one. Her attorney handed me the deed to a beautiful apartment I never knew existed. But that wasn't the thing that changed my life. The thing that changed my life was a note. A note she left inside the apartment. 7 words that made absolutely no sense at the time. Tell your husband I left you debt. That was it. No explanation, no context, just an instruction. My mother wasn't the type of person who played games. She wasn't manipulative. She wasn't dramatic, which is why I couldn't understand why she would ask me to lie. 24 hours later, I understood perfectly. And by then, my marriage was already falling apart. Because what happened next didn't expose one person. It exposed an entire family. Introduce Claire. Introduce Mother Ruth. Brief illness, funeral, attorney meeting, unexpected apartment. Worth far more than expected. Discovery of note. Tell your husband I left debt. Claire, confused but follows instruction. Returns home, tells husband inheritance contains debt. Husband appears supportive, nothing unusual. But that night, Claire keeps thinking about the note. Open loop. Why would Ruth ask her own daughter to lie? Next morning, husband casually asks questions about the estate. Questions feel slightly too interested. Claire calls attorney. Discovers husband had already contacted him before she even got home. This creates first major shock. What would you have done at that point? Comment trust or suspicious? Claire remembers the note. Now she's paying attention. Visit to Ruth's longtime friend, Patricia. Patricia reveals Ruth had concerns for over a year. Produces folder. Inside, property records, notes, emails. Massive reveal. Mother-in-law Sandra and husband discussing possible inheritance. Talking strategy. Talking claims. Talking about getting access before Claire receives legal advice. Claire realizes this wasn't curiosity. It was planning. Mini cliffhanger. But the emails weren't the worst part. Claire continues pretending there is debt. Family suddenly becomes very interested. Brother-in-law calls. Mother-in-law invites her to lunch. Everyone suddenly wants to help. Lawyer confirms inheritance is protected if kept separate. Claire realizes exactly what they're trying to do. Sunday lunch invitation arrives. Claire decides to go. Not to learn, to watch. Just like her mother instructed. Lunch begins. Everything seems normal. Then, documents appear. Notary appears. Prepared paperwork appears. Discussion about combining assets. Managing finances together. Helping Claire navigate debt. Claire immediately realizes this was planned before they knew what she inherited. Before they knew whether she inherited anything at all. Then she drops the truth. She knows about the emails. She knows about the planning. She knows about the scheme. And she owns the apartment outright. Silence. Everyone exposed. Husband says nothing. And somehow that hurts most. Marriage confrontation. Husband admits he knew. Claims he never intended harm. Claire realizes something important. The betrayal wasn't one decision. It was every moment he stayed silent. She asks him to leave. He does. Lawyers secure everything. Claire moves into apartment, stands where her mother's note was found. Finally understands. The apartment wasn't the inheritance. The warning was. My mother didn't leave me an apartment. She left me the truth. And that turned out to be worth far more.